start no trouble with me.
Hey.
Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle.
That's how I'm feeling today, man.
Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me.
When you hear, you know it's a problem.
I like it when you loving on me.
Go.
I don't wanna die for them to miss me.
Hey.
Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me.
What it do?
Hope I got some brothers that outlive me.
Hey.
They gon' tell the story, shit was different with me. God's plan. God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't.
Hey.
I feel good sometimes I don't. Hey.
You know how I'm feeling today, man. It's a special kind of episode, man. I'm coming in like an MC in a party, you know what I mean? It's Mr. Activated himself. Every Friday we live and direct. You know what I mean? I just feel like today, you know what I mean? It's the theme of the episode that I'm putting out, so it's only right. This is my favorite part of the whole song right here, right? Vision on it. Hey, I might just go ahead and drop a little freestyle on this, you know what I mean? This is Activated, we in the building. Hey, hey.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
Woo.
50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me. Turn the 02 into...
All right, I'm going to stop it. What up? Once again, thanks for tuning in. This is The Activated Podcast. That was a little intro, man. Today I was just feeling like coming into today's podcast, and I don't have a guest today. It's just me. So I wanted to kind of set it up, the kind of mood I was in, the kind of feeling that I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things been going on in the past couple of weeks to bring a little bit more perspective to a lot of things that we're doing. And sometimes you got to look at it in the position that you're in and truly understand that there's a bigger force than you just waking up and doing the work, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us wake up every day and do the work, but don't get the same result as somebody else, you know what I'm saying? How many of us really know people out there ain't take a day off in years, but they still not in a better position than you or where they really should be without even comparing it to where you at, but even comparing it to where they should be in life, you know what I'm saying? So everything, I don't like to get all biblical and things like that, but that's how I was feeling today, man. So I figured I'd kick it, bring it in, and you heard off my phone, so I was just setting up. Before we get into the episode, number one, I know you haven't heard from just me in a few weeks. A lot of things been happening, moving parts here and there, but before I even talk about that, I want to, first of all, thank every single guest that I've had in the past couple of weeks. Big shout out to Josine, Delta from last week's episode. Incredible. And I hope if you're listening to this and you might have skipped last week, please go back and listen. Last week, probably one of my most memorable. So a lot of times when I record podcasts with certain people, and at the end of it, I could walk away and feel like, that wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't what I expected, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you might be interested in talking to somebody or whatever it is, but it don't come out the way that you want it to come out, right? And having talked to so many different people, we're on episode number 24, I believe. 23, 24. It's hard for me to keep track, like I said, because every Friday I'm coming up with a new one. But around that same thing, you walk away from an episode and feel like, I could have did this better. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I could have asked this, or at the time when I'm editing the episode, I realized, damn, I should have really asked this question. I should have did that. But last week's episode, doing God's work, I walked away, number one, feeling like I knew a lot more coming into it than I did. And also the conversation it just felt like the way it should have been, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you even prep before you go into a certain situation, right? Because if you're going to talk to certain people, you got to know what you're talking about, in a sense. Not that you need to be an expert, but you at least need to gauge and understand what's really going on. But I really went in there and just asked a bunch of questions, and, you know, I walk away feeling good. So please check it out, Doing God's Work. Last week's episode, straight out fire. A lot of y'all hit me up telling me how much you enjoy it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that some of y'all still tuning in. We appreciate y'all very much. So round of applause to Josine and Delta for coming through and blessing my little platform. And also, shout out to Danica. If you're still listening, thank you very much. We locked up and we put out a 2-part episode, which was also incredible because for a very long time I've not gotten to speak to somebody from I want to say different country. She was in the U.S., but just to get a different perspective from a person living in a different country. Even though both countries, we have a lot of similarities. Like, having lived in both countries, I understand a lot of things. We kind of do the same thing, right? Like, you don't go to U.S. and be like, damn, I ain't never seen this shit in Canada, or vice versa. Maybe not so much from the U.S. side, because a lot of them, they don't wander off north of the border. But, it's just great to get to talk to somebody else doing different things. And she gave me a shout out to her blog, the Not So Simple Life blog. Just Google it, and then you'll be able to find it. Amazing work. I went through, and I'm subscribed, so I'm waiting for her to drop some more heat. So we're going to put a little pressure on that. So thank you. Yes. How could I forget? My big sis was in the building. Shout out to Kibi, who I also spoke to prior to that. I think I did have a week in between where I didn't put something out. So shout out to her also. Ever since we had a little podcast, she's been a lot more focused on her business. Please go check it out, episode 20. A lot of people actually enjoyed that. I'd be surprised, right? Whenever you put something out, because you never know what people gravitate towards and what they interest sparks when they don't spark. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed that as well. So, and also I want to give a special shout out to my good friend, Miss Butter. I was tuning in because she was fact checking me on the last episode. So I want to clarify certain things that I've learned, right? If I learned and my perspective changed, I want to share it with y'all. I was talking about how 7 million people living in Toronto. It's actually not true. It is 7 million people living in the Greater Toronto. Greater Toronto, it's Toronto plus all the suburbs around. So, but actually in Toronto, I believe it was around 2-3 million people. And just the city. So thank you. I mean, I wasn't that far off, but I mean, who really, in the heat of the conversation, 7 million just felt good. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for always tuning in. She always checking me. Every time I say something crazy, she'll text me like, oh, that was way off. So actually, today I wanted to do a little bit of something different, right? I'm going to call a good friend of mine. I'm going to put her on the phone because I wanted to talk to her because she has some very funny things to say about the whole, the whole Kardashian and the whole cheating scandal. So today I'm not really, we're gonna take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a how I'm feeling kind of thing podcast that I'm going to give y'all today. But I want to call it because she always give me a hard time about things. So we're going to give it a try. Like, I don't know if she'll be up, but we'll see what she got to say. And then I'll ask a couple of questions. The sound quality might not be the best, but we'll get her. We'll get her on the phone and see if she's up. Yo. What's going on?
Just laying in bed.
Oh, laying in bed.
Yeah.
You sound like you about to go to sleep.
Absolutely.
What you got your night voice on? Is that what's happening? But by the way, before you say something crazy, I am recording you live on my podcast.
No, you're not. Because you would not be stupid.
I'm dead serious. I am dead serious.
Why are you doing this?
Because I called to talk to you about some things, and who better else to have but you on the podcast? I called to talk to you about some very interesting stuff.
I absolutely cannot take you serious, though. Like, in this very moment.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna tell you what happened, right?
Okay.
I had a pre-recorded episode. I was going to give it to the people, but you know what? I started playing God's plan. You know what I'm saying? So Drake got me hyped up. I said, fuck that episode. I'm going to put it out next week. I'm just going to do something on the fly. Do you think it was a good idea?
Sure.
Now with you. See, now I told you I want to put you on the podcast. You're like, you think about your answers.
No, I mean, no, that's not what happened.
And especially, you're supposed to come up and be.
You were supposed to call me when you got back from Montreal.
That is a fact. But I just got back this week, so it's just, it works. But I wanted to ask you, right? About the whole Tristan Thompson situation.
Okay. You already know how this gets me so stressed out.
Let me ask you something. Why do you think men are trash?
I don't think all men are trash.
You think most of us is trash?
I don't even think that. I feel like in the heat of the situation, like when you are dealing with a man and he breaks your heart, they're all trash for that couple months, or even that situation in that moment. You hate them all. So realistically, I don't think all men are trash, but I think that when, how do I word this? I don't think all men are trash, but I do think they make trash decisions. And Tristan Thompson, he is trash. I feel like, and I'm gonna tell you why though, because you know what? I'll tell you why it's trash. Not because it's Chloe and I love Chloe. I do.
Right.
But this is the second time. And I mean,
but tell me, why? Hold on. Why? You're a fan of the Kardashians? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Chloe.
Just Chloe, not like the whole gang. And
I mean, I'm cool. I would say I'm cool with them all. I mean, I don't mind the Kardashians, but Chloe, that's my girl.
That's your thing. How do you feel when people say, first of all, you didn't even, so now all men are trash from your perspective?
No, but I think at the same time, a man who can go and do something in such a vulnerable time in a woman's life, you know, like she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like those who have not been pregnant, or some men might think like, okay, like,
why do we think when women are pregnant that they're like this delicate, like they're gonna break any second? Like, I mean,
it's not. It's, you know what? It's just at the same time, like, people don't realize how many things can go wrong in a pregnancy, and they don't understand how many factors weigh into what goes wrong in a pregnancy.
Right.
And that it's not common. Some people think it's the number of women who give birth safely and have easy pregnancies is a higher number than miscarriages due to stress. And you know what I mean? And women who die giving birth and stillborns and miscarriages, that's a higher percentage.
Do stress cause miscarriage? Is that an actual thing?
I don't really know. I mean, I can't see a woman being stressed at like 7, months and suddenly like now the baby's dead. No, but it does cause early labor, which then the baby's now premature, and then there's always a risk with that. If the lady doesn't, or the woman doesn't carry the full term. But then it's just like emotional. Then it's like this is the happiest time in her life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to ruin that. Like there's so much aspects to why. I mean, if you're gonna be trash, why maybe you might want to wait till like she's done this journey. Like why she's at home. Keep in mind though, she's at home feeling fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Like sorry. I feel like like women don't feel the prettiest when you're pregnant. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna be out on the road with like these girls who can drink with you, who can party with you. They're smaller. It's not cool.
But we can also say like you married an NBA player. Like I was kind of mad. I was mad because number one, Tristan Thompson is from Brampton. If you don't know, Brampton is suburbs in Toronto. If you don't know that, I've been living in Brampton since I first moved to Toronto. Officially, so I was like, damn, man, he's not only did he set back Canadians, he also set back Torontonians, and on top of it, Brampton, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt like we were just recovering from Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kevin Hart took us back like 15 steps, and we just gained like
men in general
4 steps.
Are you guys kidding me? I don't think they took you back. I think you guys are like, at this point, I don't even think you guys even.
You think it's he is an NBA player, right? There's a saying that goes that a man is only as faithful as his option. What you think about that? Do you think she deserved? Could we say she deserved it? Because he also allegedly. I feel like I'm becoming like a gossip.
Are you talking about the karma?
Yeah, I'm not. Like the karma that he did with his baby mom, kind of thing. Or he just.
Do we really know if that's how it went down? Like, do we really know? You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know. I personally didn't know who Jordy was. You know what I mean? Like, until he got with Chloe. And I mean, Chloe would, like, I think people maybe expect Chloe to say, like, okay, even though, who knows what lie Tristan was feeding Chloe? Like, she was a one-night stand and this happened, whatever. Like, dudes do that. Dudes will we're not together. And then he looked me in my face like, I don't
that don't make no sense.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I'm just helping her out. Like, guys, who knows how convincing he was when he talked to Chloe? Maybe Chloe really went into that thinking it was done. She really liked him. She hit it off, or maybe Chloe knew. Maybe Chloe didn't care. Who knows? But we don't really know. So I don't know why everyone's so big on this karma thing. I don't.
You don't believe it? Yeah, they was also saying he too tall to be cheat. I mean, I don't know. I think he's a young man. He's 27.
But
got a lot of money.
Conversation with like an older friend of mine, this guy, and he was just saying I don't understand why these young guys get in these relationships and they know that they have all these options and they have they're gonna go with temptations. Just be young, do your thing. I just feel like if he should just be single. And then no one
you can't just be single. You got a big ass house just empty, that shit echoing and shit. Now you need a woman in the crib. I mean, we do.
But I think you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't grow up breaking somebody else down. You know what I mean? I think that's so selfish. So because you want to live your young life, but you definitely want this ride or die next to you, or this girl makes you feel good, you're breaking her down. You're breaking down the way she views men later on in life, the way she feels about herself, just because you want her, but you also want to get your young years out. I don't think that's fair. And if anything, that's the definition of trash.
Man of trash. I mean, I think he'll. Does she think? Do you think, in your opinion, if that was you in that situation, would you have taken your boo back? I couldn't
tell you. That's one opinion that I couldn't tell you. I can't sit here and say absolutely not. I don't know. And I don't. If Chloe takes him back, then Chloe takes him back.
I think she kind of took him back.
Pardon?
I feel like she kind of already did, yo.
Well, or she just became, not keeping you guys in her keeping everyone out of her business, and just, not commenting. But she could have. And at the end of the day, that's her prerogative. I've taken broker niggas back. I cannot.
That's gonna be my next inquiry. Is that have you been in a situation where a dude is cheated on you, and then you forgave him? Does that happen to you?
I've definitely been in a situation like that.
One or more than once?
I've been in the situation once where I can really say for facts, I know for a fact that where I got the information, I knew for a fact this is what happened, and I took him back. And I took him back more than once.
Oh, so you kept giving him second chances?
Oh, I mean, there was 20 chances at one point. I was 20 deep, and it came to the point where I ran out of people to talk to about that. And I think that when that keeps happening, and it shouldn't take 20 times, but I was young, really in love. That was my family, but I think it hit me when I stopped having people I could go to, when I could no longer
I never thought about that.
It's kind of
nobody's gonna listen to you anymore. Okay.
But when you're just I can't even call this person because I can't. You start feeling isolated and alone with your hurt, and it's it's not even worth it anymore. And then that's when I guess I want to say I smartened up, but I realized I'm torturing myself, and I probably sound so dumb, but it happens.
No, I mean. Listen, I'm sure people even listening to this, I feel like women don't just, I don't know, I don't want to say that because I don't know who's listening to this, but
speak your mind.
But I think you do get, I don't know, it'll be hard for a woman to just catch you once and just be like, all right, cool, I'm out, right? And I've also had conversation with women when I be telling them that's why I don't understand the incentive or the curiosity. I don't know why you guys like to look for shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sitting there just, I'm gonna go through his phone, right? Okay. On a situation where I was in, I told this young lady that if you're willing to go through my phone, just also understand that if I'm doing some shit, like I'm expecting you to be like, all right, cool, I'm done. But don't go through my phone. You're going to cost me some stress and headaches just so we could go back. Because what end up happening after that is everything becomes an issue, right? Like it's like, oh, I'm going down. I'm going to go kick it with my boys. No, you not. You about to go see Simone or whatever. Simone don't exist, but I'm just throwing a name out there. But like everything becomes difficult after that. And it's like, okay, you wasn't ready to walk away from the situation. Why did you have to go dig?
So I watched an interview with the Braxton. It wasn't an interview. It was on their show. I seen a clip. I didn't watch it. Anyways, one of the
Brock.
Braxtons
What's the Brock? Talk to me. What's that?
The Braxton. You know the Braxton family.
Oh, Braxton. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah. So it was a clip on Instagram, and Tamar Braxton said, "Mom told me that if you're not going to leave the man after you catch him cheating, let him cheat in peace." And at first I was like, and they were all crazy. At first, like, it took me for some reason it kept going through my head. I was like, yo, what the hell is she talking about? What do you mean? You know what I mean? But then, like what you just said, it made a lot of sense to me. It's like you catch them doing something. Yeah. You don't leave the situation. But now you're always
now everything gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Shady.
Yeah.
You know, like you could accidentally put your phone down upside down. I'm jumping off the couch. Why are you doing that? You know what I mean? It was just how the phone landed. You know, I don't know about letting him cheat in peace, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I feel
don't look for shit.
Once is enough. Like you show me that disloyalty once, you got to be out because it'll never be the same. You know, it will never be the same.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, because once you open those gates, it's like, okay, like everything now becomes suspicious because you're just working backwards trying to like gain the trust again. And then sometimes also I always tell women this as well, like if you gonna bluff, he not gonna be scared. Like, okay, you caught me once, you know what I mean? That kind, especially if the dude is not mature enough to understand like he's actually causing real hurt. Like he's hurting you. It's not just. I mean, cheating is one thing, and we gotta understand like what the impact is on the other person, right? Like, it's hard for me to be in a situation where I know it's gonna hurt the person, and then if I do get caught, to be like, oh, I'm just gonna continue, because that means I feel like that means one or two things. Number one, you might not even care how they feel. Or number two, like you might really not care about this person as much as you think. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I was gonna ask you, at what age do you think men stop cheating? From your, of course, is there an age that men go, you know what?
I don't know if there's an age. Like, I don't know. And honestly, if there is an age, I believe it's probably like 50 fucking something. like I just don't think. Like, I don't know. But you know what? Everybody cheats. Like, I'm not saying like
okay, relax.
Everyone. I believe like it's this. I had a conversation also with a friend of mine, a male friend of mine, and he strongly believes that we are not supposed to be monogamous as human beings.
Really?
He doesn't think that's natural. And then it got me thinking. And I actually, it's got me thinking. So when I was in my past relationship, I would see guys, but to me it feels natural. When a man approaches me and I have there's just no interest, I'll flirt, but you're not going to get my number. You're not I don't feel like I want that because I'm so into something else. Right. But I think for some people, they could be totally in love with somebody and still feel like it's okay to you know what I mean?
To do other things.
I think sex to some people is not as intimate as it is to other people. Right. And I think it's probably how you view sex is really
is a driving factor.
Yeah, that's what it basically is. I've noticed it's been a consensus. You know what I mean? Because a lot of men will be like, I just slept with her like it was nothing. It was just. What do you mean it was nothing? Where you're looking like that's a big deal.
But I mean, yeah.
At the same time, men will cheat on a girl thousands of times. Let that girl get a phone call, and a man acts like she had sex with his brother. You guys could not handle the same amount of disappointment that you to handle in relationships.
Yeah, I guess that's why we do all the cheating, and y'all don't. It just like, yeah, I was just thinking about it too. Like, yeah, maybe we're not. I don't know why it's easier for men to just see a woman. I mean, and sometimes honestly, it's just the physical part. Because I think for me, right, and I can only speak of me. I know I'll be having these discussions with my friends. Is like, I mean, it's when you experience. For example, let's take the sex part of it, right? I think the greatest sex that I've experienced is when I had an actual connection with somebody. So for me, I'm at a place where if it's not like just having sex doesn't do it for me anymore. Right? Like, cause I know I'm just not going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you be in there for like 60 minutes. You like, God damn it. If you know what I mean. You in there, like, and it's.
To me, sex is 100%. I agree with you. For me personally, sex is 100% emotional to me. Like, it's
right.
a feeling, because I have been in relationships where I thought, oh my God, like, no, like, this is the greatest sex I've ever had.
Yeah.
Once the problems start or the feelings start to go, and then it's just like,
yeah, you literally roll over. You're like, damn. You're like, I could propose to you right now.
When's this gonna be done? You know what I mean? And that's what you realize, that like sex is 100% comes from feelings for me. I don't even know how to say that, but I know people who it's like, I have female friends, or like, you know, that is totally detached from it. Like, it's, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, you know, how do you just?
Oh, so they don't connect the emotion with the sex part.
No, like she had it.
Oh, you about to put somebody on blast.
Yeah. I was trying to say V, but I'm like, okay, it sounds like.
Hey, just don't tell them. Just don't tell them you on the podcast. Just to talk to
like
me.
I know. It sounds like I have a crew of Saggies. No, I have. It's just like one of my friends. She's a really, you know, dope girl, but like she has like a man's mentality where it's just like, that's not like, you know, like, she doesn't care. Like, if they call her the next day, she's out. Like, she's super annoyed. Like, this guy's so fucking clingy. But, and I'm like, girl, like, what do you mean? Like, he likes you. You just slept with him. You don't even want to hear his voice the next morning.
But honestly, to based on that also, I mean, I used to do the little trick where I will call back the next day, even though I had zero interest. But I just
hope she doesn't answer.
Yeah, I didn't want to feel like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also had to think. I mean, I felt bad because I'd done some shit. Like, you know, you don't call it back after, but then I would try, and then I would realize, oh shit, she also feeling the same way. All right, cool. So at least I don't feel bad. So I used to kind of follow up with it, not because I even wanted anything else. I just wanted to not be too much of an asshole, if I may. Even though, I mean, the result was the same, right? Like, I did do some fuck shit, but I was like, oh yeah, what's up? How you feeling? You want to go out? And then girls wouldn't be, you know, they wouldn't be receptive or whatever, or at least the communication would die down. I'd be like, whew, I dodged that bullet. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that. So your particular, your friend too, you supposed to have her on the podcast. What's going on? Like, y'all are coming, right? Because I'm setting this shit up.
Actually, I feel like, you know, the friends that I feel like, the list keeps growing, but I just gotta, like, I want to make sure it's like the perfect person.
All right, cool. We gonna keep that off the podcast, whatever. We'll talk about that later. But back to what I was asking you. So you were saying that, oh shit, we even got far from the question. Did we even answer the question about, do you think there's an age? You did, right?
Yes, and I told you I don't know if there's an age, but if there is, it's definitely in the 50s. Is what I said. Definitely.
That's a curse, though. I'm hoping. Actually,
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you a story. And why I think, okay, so I had a friend who was renting a basement house, and like of a house, and she knew the people, like they were old Caribbean couple, and she knew them from her mom, so her mom's friends, you know. So the husband's probably at least 60-something, and the wife, whatever, just close there too. She goes to church every Sunday from like, I want to say 9 to like 2, and every Sunday at that time, my friend would hear him upstairs sleeping with another woman. Mind you, he's like 60 something. Okay, and not only that, he would come downstairs and say, "Oh, if you let me do this to you, you don't gotta pay rent this month." And I was just like, "Are you kidding?"
Hey,
so I don't know. I think sometimes.
Hey, listen, that's called old man long money privilege. Dude got money, he ain't got nothing to lose. Listen, 60 something, you about to clock out. Was he married?
Yeah, he had an entire wife. He lived there with his wife.
But maybe his wife wasn't, she couldn't, you know what I'm saying? John wasn't getting wet like it used to. What he supposed to do?
Excuse me?
No, but is it true?
But you know what?
I feel like men keep their sexual drive a lot longer than women do. No?
No, I believe that too. I think that's like been the studies.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it. And any family member listen to this, please forgive me. But my great grandpa, was in his. I don't even know if I can say this.
Our ears are all open, so
man, because rest in peace, man. He must. I mean, like I said, not even my great grandpa. So he was about maybe in the 70s. No, probably like 70s, 80s kind of thing. He died. He was 105.
Oh wow!
But up until his late 70s, he was getting it in. I remember one time I went in, I was peeking through, and it was like he was smashing the maid or something like that. But like. But my great grandma as well, rest in peace to her, she had died a long time ago. Like she was gone for a long time. Like all I really knew about her was pictures and stories. I didn't even get to. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have met him because even my grandpa died before him. My grandpa died in the 70s. Like he lived a long time. So even then, like, you know what I'm saying, he was still getting it in, and that's what I'm saying. Like thinking back, like damn, like. 70s, 80s, even like if you look back, like when you look back in Niger, it's 70-year-olds still having kids. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think that my issue with men who sleep like are single and then sleep with a lot of women. I don't even know if there's an issue there. You know what I mean? And doing their thing. That's not an issue to me. I don't care. But I just like the problem comes in when you're in an entire relationship and you feel the need to, how hard is it to be like, I'm done. Like this, I love you and I want to keep you, but this is what I'm trying to do.
Let me tell you something. I have a theory on that because being a man, and I know women love to say this. Just let me know how you feel from the get-go, right? Oh, now if you just want to smash, come on. Listen, I'm be honest with you, right? 90% of the women I've been interested in would never have gone with the, hey, I really just want to smash theory. Never. They would just, like, because I like to think that I pick, I don't want to say I pick high, but like, like it's.
You want to say you pick high?
I mean, I feel like I do in a sense, right?
Okay.
So therefore, women of that caliber have high standards. Therefore, they not going with the, I just want to smash. And I was also having a conversation with this in my last podcast, kind of slightly touched on this. Like, women up until they 25, they open to all the bullshit. Like, y'all good. Like, okay, I want to have a little, one night stand. You guys are with the bullshit. But let a woman hit 26, 27. All of a sudden, she feel like her eggs are fried up and shit. I'm like, wait, what? That's like a year ago. Plus, when you get into that spectrum, it's like everybody else around, are having kids or are getting married. Like one of the two is happening. I think more so having kids than marriage, but then you start to feel like that, right? Like for me right now, I've turned down all baby showers invites, all kids invites, because I ain't got no kids and I don't got a wifey. You know what I'm saying? I can't just pull up. You know what I mean? I be 30 in there, niggas in there with they side chicks, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can't just bring just a random chick to these events. So I just don't go.
Yeah.
And even my friends, they starting to, they just excluding me. They're not even sending me the invite. I be seeing a picture, I be like, damn, bro, you ain't hit me up. I'm like, yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying, but you ain't got kids, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
A little bit. I did actually see a picture that I was surprised that I didn't see you in. So
Yeah.
I was like looking for you. I'm like, where the hell?
Yeah, I was hurt. No, I wasn't hurt because that's my dude. Shout out to Rod. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And we was the funny thing, we're talking. I mean, we talk almost like every other day. Not even like whenever I post something, we always chopping it up. But like every once in a blue moon, I pull up in there, and we'll be at the shop kicking it till like 2-3 in the morning. I went to the first 3. I was there.
For like the first 3.
I was there. The first one.
Something. Can I just say something though? See, I mean, I don't know. You don't really know. It's just social media. But I'm just saying, like, do you see how much he loves his family? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something, and this is exclusive. Rod is coming on the podcast. Okay.
Okay.
He's coming on the podcast. We talked about this, but Activated Podcast, we're on a come up. So when I was talking to him about it, I didn't have enough mics. You know what I'm saying? And I hate these fucking podcasts that record one mic. It'd be like 16 people in the room. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit, bro. If you don't got 16 mics, y'all just need to do podcast. But anyways, that's just my own personal thing. Because it sound. I don't know if you ever listened to those, and I'm not throwing nobody on the bus. Maybe I am. Fuck it. It just sounds bad. Even me having you on the phone right now, like, I mean, good thing is in front of the mic and things like that, but it does sounds terrible. So back to that is like, I told him, soon as we get some little donation, we get the mics ready, we get this shit ready. Because Rod is probably one of my friends who, number one, there's not many guys that I've been like, you know what? I respect this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like, and I know to this day, this is why I fuck with him. Like, this is why he's my dude, is because I like every nigga wants to be around this nigga. Every time he throw a little joint, like, it's niggas that I know live in Toronto, I haven't seen in 15 years. They always show. I even, but maybe we'll talk about this when he comes. But I was like, damn, how you get this dude to show up to your shit? Like, but he just that guy. So I definitely, because his life, and I'm telling y'all right now, whenever y'all see the episode go up with Rod, y'all really need to listen to it, because this nigga turned his fucking. If I've never been inspired to be in a relationship, anytime he put a picture, I go, God damn it, man.
But that's what I'm saying. So I hear these stories, and then I swipe past, Roderick's Instagram and the birthday shout-outs and just because. And I'm like, I don't care if you guys think social media is... Well, I gotta post you on social media. Yeah. Post me. Rod does it.
No, I'm be honest with you. The rest of these niggas, I don't buy it. But him...
No, I believe it's real. I feel like he's, I think, the same.
Like, he's not, and he's not the guy. Like, fuck, I hate that we're talking about the guy, but you know what I mean. It's not, but I mean, truly, he knows, and we talk, and I respect it, and I told him, like, your story is not, you know what I mean. I telling you, soon as it's
to be continued,
I need to bring him up. That's all we know. Shout out to you. And I just hate that we said his name like 1,500 times, so everybody listen to it. But shout out, that's my guy. He knows. He listens to this every week, so thanks for that.
But,
so see, this is
saying something.
Shit, I forget because
But I did want to touch on something,
please,
because you talked about the phone, the going through the phone,
right?
I've had a man tell me, not me, like I was the one who went through the phone, but I had a man tell me that he feels like if a girl goes through his phone and finds something, she has no right to check him on it because she shouldn't have went through his phone. Do you agree with that?
I mean, no, of course not. Because I mean, here's how it goes. I mean, you can't say that, because if you was to go through her phone, you see some dick picture in there, you gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be like throwing shit and things like that. Now, the only thing is, like I said, like, just proceed with caution. Like, if I don't have that in me. I don't know if it's a guy thing. Actually, it's not a guy thing, because I know other guys that are literally stalking their
Every guy
girlfriend.
that I dated has said to me they will never go through my phone. So I think maybe it's just a level of.
But did they say that and actually follow through with it, or they
I've
just
never
said
had anybody go through my phone before.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're lucky. But I do. I mean, I know guys that like, you know what I mean, put a tracker on their girlfriend phone kind of thing. So I mean, I'm not. The thing with me is, I think I'm maybe overly confident or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I am confident. I'm gonna put it out there. So I feel like if me and you, if I give you that, like I'm dating you, we're dating or we're together, I don't know how you will fuck this up just to go fuck this up with another dude.
I was gonna say, what does confidence have to do with it? Because how you feel about yourself has not. But you're saying, why would she want to mess?
Yeah, why would she? Like, I feel like you gotten the best out of everything. That I don't think that somebody could show you something that I couldn't provide. Now, this is just the security that my confidence is allowing me. So I'm not tripping. Now, does it mean that she not out here? Come on now. That doesn't mean that. But unless the problem presents itself, meaning we chilling up here, and then I get a phone call at 3 a.m, and then I got to be like, what? What's going on? Like, until that comes up, then there's no issue with me. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, that's just what it is. But if your girl go through your phone, she sees it, she do got the right to put the fear of God in you. And I think most of us men, the reason why we fuck up continuously is because we don't fear that we're going to lose that person. We just feel like we'll continue to get these passes until, you know what I mean?
That's the thing, because a lot of men think that is the worst thing that could happen is that she leaves. You know, and it's like if she doesn't leave, then I'm good. But I think the worst thing that should be happening is what you're doing to her inside. Yeah. I think once that's the fear, once that's like what they're concerned about, what it's going to do to her long term, her feelings, you know, maybe it won't happen so
No,
often.
it won't. Listen, as a guy, trust me, it won't. Because if I feel like you're going to, even if you don't leave, but you really got to behave like you're going to leave me for at least 2 weeks, right? For 2 weeks, I can't get in contact with you. You don't block me off I'm just stressed out.
Yeah.
And then when you start to let me in, you know, and also don't just let him in all at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cut a nigga off for 2 weeks and then he come and put it on you, and then next week he's back to where you gotta let him build that back up. So then now, one of two things gonna happen. If he truly care about you, then he's gonna realize that he's gonna work it back up, and hopefully he's not gonna fuck up again. But if he truly don't care, then you start to see that. You know what I'm saying? I be telling my friends, sometimes at this age, don't watch too much of what we say, right? Because we've gotten good at delivering a message. Like, I mean, even with me, no, I mean, and this is real talk. I recognize that if I could talk to somebody and convince them of whatever I need to, because I know where to, like, I understand strengths and weaknesses. So if I meet a girl that's been cheated on, and then she has those insecurities, I know what to show from the get-go. You know, I'm going to randomly hold your hand in public. I'm going to...
Oh, gosh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send you a little text message. You know, whatever it is. And I mean, and I'm not saying it to... But I'm just saying, like, that's why I always tell my female friends, my lady friends, like, pay attention to how he behaved more so of what he's trying to convince you of. Because I could tell you all these things, and then if I truly don't feel it, it doesn't connect into what I do. Like, I can't say I care about you and never want to...
You can't fake it forever, you know? Like, you can't fake something forever.
And if you must, just let him hit it early so you'll know. Like, trust me. I know girls, y'all don't like to hear that shit, but nigga ain't got no more motivation. If that's truly all he wants, he gets that early, he's out. I mean, it's a gamble, right? I don't know if it's...
So, like, just like that, I remember we were talking about, you were speaking about telling girls, like, this is just what I want. And you're saying your caliber of woman won't go for that.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I think most women would not go for that. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, okay, let's put you on the hot seat for a second. What dude at this point in your life is gonna come to you? I don't care who it is, right? Unless, I don't know, Kevin. I don't even know, but would you go for that? Like a dude telling you, you know, I'm in my 30s, but I just want to fuck buddy. Like, really? Like, who will go for that? Nobody.
Nobody. But not. You know what? here's the thing. Okay, so everybody knows that I am like obsessed with Tory Lanez, and I gotta ask that question. Like, would you? And I'm.
You do like you do like small dudes, yo. That nigga.
Anyways, so I love the man to death, but at the same time, like even in his like. No, like you think you're gonna love me back, or that we're not doing this. But I think what we're saying to you is let it be our choice, regardless if there's 30 women who say no. At least let us know so we could say I would rather that than you just be like I'm just gonna hit it, so I'm gonna pretend I like her, sleep with her. That's the selfish behavior I'm talking about.
It is.
That's the trash behavior because there's going to be one girl that says all right, I'm cool, I'm down with that. But you know what I'm saying? And if she ends up catching feelings, because, you know, some girls say they're down with it and they're not, you let her know what it was from the beginning.
Yeah, but the guys that have the ability to do that is guys with a lot of money, right? Because then girls already know what they're signing up for.
I've met some average pocket dudes that had the audacity to bring those talks. And not just me, but I've seen friends in that situation, and I'm just like...
But those guys, I'm willing to bet that they have a way lower success rate than another dude would. I mean, I'm willing to bet. Not to say that you're not gonna find a girl that's gonna be down with the shit, but you know, I like to, I like a 80%. 80%. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm not missing a lot if that's really what I want. So it's like. I know I'm gonna sound like an asshole when I listen to this, but I mean that's just the truth of the matter is that you've been practicing for so long that when you get in the game you're supposed to play better, right? So yeah, those guys they gonna get the yes, but once 1 in 10 when I could just lie and be like 8 out of 10.
One of my
and honestly, men, I think most men just don't. We don't trust that we're gonna hear the yes, so we can't chance it, especially if we're feeling.
But then what's the point? Like, but then you see, I don't get that. I don't understand why you say like you guys don't want to chance it because you might not get the yes. Then what is the point of even approaching her at all? Because
we try to smash. What you mean? What?
So you want to smash by any means necessary. So you're not even gonna go in with your true intentions. You're gonna go in with a lie just to solidify the smash.
Hey. A win is a win.
Okay, I just want to clarify what I was hearing. You know what I
mean, you are not wrong, and I might not be right, but that's just what it is.
I'm hearing you out.
If it's a girl I've been chasing for about 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? I'm already invested. I got 3 dinner dates. 2 movie dates in there. The budget is getting so at this point I can't. For me, it's like, okay, cool. I got to make a smart decision that almost guarantees, you know what I'm saying, what it is that I came in after. But if I'm not confident with that, then no, I'm a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna lie.
All the years that I've known you,
yeah,
it's really nice to meet you tonight.
What you mean? Break that down.
Nice to meet you. I am hearing a whole different side.
Is it good or bad?
I mean, it's you, and it's good to know. But no, I hear what you're saying, and I don't think you're the only man. But I just think it's that's to me is completely selfish. It's ridiculous. But I was gonna say that one of my, I want to say like I don't want to call him a close friend, but we've been talking a lot. We've been hanging out a lot,
Yeah.
And he approached me on that tip, like he approached me very politely, whatever. We like hung out, and he showed me like this is how I feel, whatever, and I don't want no strings attached though because I'm not into it. And I told him that's not going to work for me. You know what I mean? But what came out of it was a really dope friendship.
Yeah, he's dumb. He's stupid. That nigga dumb as shit. What? Okay, but let me ask you this.
You're gonna be like, you're dumb. You wouldn't.
No. Let me ask you this. Okay. If he would have kind of like because y'all had a friendship, right? Like to a certain extent. If he'd have tried to like show you a little bit of sign, hey man, I'm really feeling you. Let me take you out.
I would have been all over that.
Yeah, you would have. You probably could have.
But I would have also had feelings for what I mean because I don't just like.
Yeah, but casualty of war. What you want? Yeah. I mean,
I'm just happy happy it didn't go down like that because I appreciate the friendship.
But back to what I was saying is that you gotta understand success rate. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand what works at this point. Now I'm not using these to. I don't even like, to be honest with you. Like I'm just realizing these things, and maybe I'm just sharing the information. But I'm not, like, deep down inside, I'm not an asshole. I'm an asshole by mistake, if that makes sense. Like, I don't intentionally see a woman and go, oh, I'm gonna fuck your life up. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, through whatever, it happens. But that goes back to what I was saying, success rate. Do you want to shoot 1 for 9 or you want to go 8 for 9? Like, it's up to you as a dude. So what I would say to him is, if he's okay throwing a lot of bricks, more than, you know what I'm saying, then cool. That's the method you use. Now, if you're like me and you don't like to lose, you like to win. So you know what I'm saying? You got to sway the mind a little bit. But this is very dangerous, because what ends up happening is you are playing with somebody's emotion. You are leading somebody on. And now, the method for me has changed because I'm now growing and I'm understanding things. So my perspective is changing. But the 22, 23-year-old me would be like, man, you're just a casualty of war. This is what happens. But anyways, fuck it.
Yeah, I had it, but I get even being young, because even though like it's like frowned upon for women to have that stage in their life where it's like, you know.
How you feel about women that are not traveling and you know, almost like, I don't want to say but they. I mean, could we say they escort? But they really, like, their vagina is getting them into a lot of places.
They're selling their bodies.
How you feel about that? Because sometimes I get frustrated, right? The reason why I get frustrated is because I hustle, I work, I bust my ass, right? Even today, I just went, on a side note, like, I just went to file my taxes, and the government feel like, nah, we want more.
Oh, let's not even talk about taxes, because I'll cry.
And I was just like, damn, like, I'm like, whatever. That fucked me up. This is why I came in here. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna record a new podcast, because my mood was just fucked up. Because I mean, you go in there and then let's say, for example, you expected to, I don't know, like, to pay, let's say $2,000, and then go, nah, you gotta pay $6,000, and you're like, how'd you figure that? But that's beside the point. But I was saying, oh yeah, the woman thing. Oh shit, see, I almost lost my train of thought. But how do you feel when you see, you work hard, you know what I mean, and you do what you need to do the right way, but you seeing women are like,
I feel like it's none of my business.
You don't feel no ways about that?
You know what? It's not my personal choice, but it's absolutely none of my business how somebody else's hustle. You know, I feel like if you are doing that and your shit is still not together, like you know what I mean? Like, you are not taking care of what you need to take care of. You're not, you know, making this much money. Like, I feel like you're an idiot at this point.
But I mean, that money, you might as well I mean, maybe not, but like, what can you really do with them? Like, some
girls make some money,
and then they put it away, kind of thing.
Say that again.
I said, they put it away. Like, did they stash some away and things like that?
I don't know. I don't have any personal friends doing this. But I mean, I've heard stories. I have came in contact with like women. Like, I've had friends who had somebody who that was their and they had their things together. You know what I mean? Like, they. You know, like they had kids, you know, and their kid was taken care of. The kid always looked nice. The kid was. It's really just none of my business. Anybody's hustle. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my personal choice, and I'm mad that it's. You know what I mean? That my hustle's not as.
It's not to sell vagina kind of. And you know what? I do know somebody who I'm hoping. When it looks like they're back in the city, I'm gonna reach out to them like, yo, I really want to talk to you. Can you come on the podcast? Let's talk. I mean, because I don't be trying to be. I just feel frustrated at the time because I understand, for me to take a trip, I understand what that costs. Like, it might not, even if I go for 3 days or 4 days. I mean, you close to $1,000, and I don't do nothing extravagant. You know what I'm saying? Like, flight and where you stay alone takes up most of that budget, right? And I don't go shopping when I go places and things like that because I just buy everything in Toronto. But just to kind of see, but like these people, like they traveling, they going on excursion, they, you know, they're on camel's back, they're on fucking airplanes. I'm like,
but they put in work for that money too. I mean,
you're right.
Like, sex is not always enjoyable, especially if you're not into the person and it's like this 300-pound foot. You know what I mean? Like, they probably put some work into. That's work for them. That's what they chose to do, and they know what society's going to look at them like. Still a risk they chose to take.
And that's cool because as long as your body's still, gravity hasn't hit you yet, like you cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Titties still stand up, everything good. But I think the scary part is like, you know, we live in a moment, but we're not really thinking about what that is doing for tomorrow, right? And we're not all gonna be young. Like today, I mean, I think age is catching up, right? Like I'm 28, and I say that on every podcast. I'm 28. I remember when I was 19, and I thought, 28, shit, I'll never get to 28, and here I am.
I was saying that the other day too. I said when I was 21, I felt like I was going to be 21 forever. Yeah. And when I turned 25 is when I realized my own like mortality. Like that's when I was just like, wow. Oh
yeah, it's coming. I feel like I just celebrated 28, yo. Like I remember like just being in Montreal and being drunk the whole weekend. Like I was like, damn, I got to do another one in a couple of weeks.
I felt like it was just last year that I was able to like go drinking with my friends, go back home at like 6 o'clock in the morning, take a shower, and then go do what I had to do. You know what I mean? Like life-wise. Now, me, you know, it's a
wrap. No, I mean, I still turn up. Turn up shawty's activated. I don't know about you, but I'm just here. But my phone about to die. I really wanted to say thank you for this spontaneous. See, the podcast thing is not that bad, but I definitely need you to come
I did good
with your friend.
I hope I don't sound too silly. No, I'm down. I will make it happen. You just gotta give me. You gave me the day so many times, but
come on now.
Yes.
You guys can make it happen, but
this was fun.
No, it was good. It was good. It was short and sweet, and like I said, I appreciate you coming.
I'm not gonna listen to it though because I don't like to hear my voice. But
nah, you gotta listen to it. Trust me, I'm gonna make you sound good. You do got that 1-800 phone call. You know what I mean? Late night voice.
Okay, let's understand.
You like it sound like I'm about to call Lava Life and shit. Shout out to Lava Life. I don't know if they still around.
I used to call it. Like,
did you? What did they used to do?
They'd be like, I don't know, like they would like you talk to them. Man, I was like 14 years old, and this guy telling me my friend to like touch ourselves, and we're just laughing and giggling, and he's like, "No, I'm being serious." It was just stuff I shouldn't have. Oh, that's disturbing.
I have a couple of my friends that work there, so I always make fun of them about that. But then they go, "Yo, that's why my game's so strong because I used to listen to so many people talking. Now, you know, I'm smooth with it." But
quickly before you let me go, because I know your phone's dying, I feel like we should band together and get you your mics. I think.
Yeah.
Your supporters. I think that should be something that.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I did get some free mics.
Oh yeah, how many?
I got 4. I'm up to 4 now. Now I could get 4 people live. You know what I'm saying? Which is big. Mm-hmm. Which is big. It's huge. And thank you for everybody that did. You know, I did get the mic donated. I actually only bought 1 mic, to be honest with you.
Okay, well then you go.
Yeah, so like a lot of people behind the scene do support me a lot, and I appreciate it. So that's what I'm saying. Now I'm, especially with the weather warming up, like there's so many people's hit me up, and I'm definitely hitting the ground running. We're gonna get a lot of people. So yeah, we could get up to 4 people. So if it's you and I get a 4th person, we get it happen. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. It was
fun. Thank you for having me. It was an honor.
Well, thanks, Hev. I mean, I'm just also very happy that you didn't put my shit on blast, and
you know what, I kept forgetting. But there was
that's why I had to let you know early, like, hey, you're on the podcast.
I got you. Next time I won't be too nice. This was just a warm up.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Good night. Bye. Yes. Thanks again, man. That was Heavenly joining us via phone. I just hit her up in the spur of the moment because honestly, that's really how I was feeling today. So wanted to hit y'all about some shit that y'all care about listening to, and I think a lot of people like the whole relationship aspect of things. So I know we talked about it earlier this week, and I just called it to be like, yo, how you really feel. So I hope y'all really enjoyed that. And then thanks again for everybody tuning in every week. New episode coming out every Friday. So if y'all listening to it, please make sure you go and subscribe on the YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and also Facebook. If your parents on Facebook, tell them to go like the page, and let's keep this going. So it's your boy Ibu. Thanks for tuning in, the Activated Podcast, every week, and you've officially been activated. Peace.